Hello, my name is Mark Monlux, and you're watching another episode of Epic Sketch Time. Epic Sketch Time is an online drawing group. We've been meeting for about 6 years, usually on, actually, our times move around, so check in the descriptions below and on our Facebook page. Right now, we're meeting on Tuesdays at 4:30. I live in Tacoma, Washington, and I do a lot of graphic facilitation. And I love to draw cartoon reviews of movies. Next up is Bill.
Hi, I'm Bill Morse. I'm an illustrator and cartoonist working out of Seattle, Washington. And I also do a webcomic called Rhapsodies. And I also run another group called Cartoonist Northwest. And our drink and draw event will be on this Thursday if anybody is interested.
Janie, you're next.
Hi, I'm Janie. I live in Texas, and I write and illustrate children's books and pretend to play the mandolin and sing a lot.
Clary, you were actually supposed to be next, but I skipped you. Sorry about that.
Okay, I forgive you. I'm Clary. I'm based in the UK. I'm doing a PhD at University of the Arts London, and it's about how to find the funny. So I think I might be in good company because you guys do that stuff all the time. So I'm kind of earwigging. I hope you can forgive me for that. But I love drawing and I love cartooning, but I'm a complete beginner. So forgive me that too.
Stowe, you're up next.
My name's James Stowe. I'm an illustrator and graphic designer. I am also an arts educator from time to time. I am located in Tacoma, Washington as well. I am also the West Coast rep for the Graphic Artists Guild. And that's it, right? That's all you want me to say?
Well, you could plug the fireside chat, which we're going to be ending this meeting at 5:20 today because the guild is doing their fireside chat at 5:30.
That's right. That's why I'm here, is because I have nothing to do before that event. So
next up is Katie. You want to say hi, Katie? By the way, nice camera setup.
Hi, it's Katie Cord. I'm also a new artiste, and I enjoy cartooning as well, and I'm in Bonnie Lake, Washington.
Thanks, Katie. And with us after a long time is Brett. Say hi to everyone, Brett.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me again, Mark. I'm Brett Juliano, the creator of the Dust Bunny Mafia comic. I'm currently based out of Chicago, and I have a Kickstarter going for a set of Dust Bunny Mafia playing cards, poker-sized playing cards, and yeah, that's my current endeavor.
I'm a big supporter of Brett's. I've already got myself in line for a deck of those cards. I also made a deck of cards in the past, so I support anyone who makes a good deck of cards. And
you were actually my inspiration. I copied a lot of my initial setup and, talked with you back and forth to find your distributor and everything. And was like, hey, if Mark can do it, I know nothing, but I'm just going to go off what he knows. And
now, if you're using the folks who do make playing cards, which is not an endorsement, by the way, it's just someone I use, they will work with you in doing fulfillment.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I did not know that. I am using them, but I have some extra pledge tiers, and I'm doing some other things that are, as you probably saw, a little bit more customized. But
it still might be worthwhile giving them a call, because if you, the less fulfillment you can do on a project, and the more that they can take off your hands, any fee they charge you, believe me, right now, it's going to be well worth it.
Good to know. Yeah, I'll definitely consider it. I have to get the thing funded first. So if anyone's interested, I put the link in the chat.
By the way, Bill and Stowe, I invite you guys to put in the links for the Cartoonist Northwest Drink and Draw and for the Guild's Fireside Chat.
Okay, just a second.
So I'm going to do a quick screen share of what I'm going to be working on tonight. My favorite B movie when I was growing up as a kid was Tarantula. It was a giant tarantula crawling across the desert, and Mara Corday was the star of that movie. And this was on Friday nights on Channel 7, Nightmare Theater, usually a double feature. And what I'm doing now is I'm going into my pen and ink, and I'm just cleaning up, because if you look really closely on the scan, I do a strict black and white scan, and sometimes you get these little tiny dots or little wingtips, and so I'm just going to spend like half an hour and quickly clean up as many of those as possible. And that's what I'm going to be working on. Let me go ahead and I'll stop share and allow other people to share. Oh, here comes Pat. Hey, Pat, we've all done introductions. Why don't you tell people who you are, where you're at in the country or which country, and what you're working on today.
My name is Pat McCuen. Here's my hand. I hail from southeastern Pennsylvania in the USA, and I'll just be sketching some random stuff tonight.
Bill, what are you working on?
I'm pretty much inking some comic strips right now. I had a slightly slow start of the week and making up for lost time. So at the moment, I'm doing a storyline that's a continuation of this ongoing parody of Atlas Shrugged I've been playing around with, where it's mostly on the case of that when I suddenly realized that a lot of Ayn Rand's characters, if you put them in the real world, they come off as complete sociopaths and thus deserve to be mocked.
Stowe, are you working on a new character design? Or are you working on the Pokemon project?
I am currently working on a freelance gig, and alternating between that and the next Pokemon drawing. There's a local board game creator that is looking to get a box designed for their game. So I'm working with them on that.
No, that's not the job announcement that you posted earlier on Facebook, was it?
No, that's just an all call. I thought people, anytime I see open calls for for freelance illustration, I try to share them as much as possible. I don't know how they are as a company right now, but they were a good company to work with back in the day. So if you'd like, I would be happy to post that in the chat as well, that link.
Yeah, I gave that link to Brill and Stan Shaw and a couple other people when I thought,
good.
you know what, I should, you know, it wouldn't hurt to actually apply for that. Maybe they'll like
Sure.
my
I mean, it's an open call, right? They're looking for. They don't know what they're looking for. If they knew what they're looking for, it wouldn't be an open call.
And yesterday was the deadline for the Tacoma the Tacoma Artist Initiative project submissions.
Yeah, TIAP. Yes. And I wish I had more information for you, but for those wondering, I also serve on the Tacoma Arts Commission. But with the virus, it has been harder and harder for us to make meetings happen. So I'm a little out of the know in that kind of thing. You know, it is great to see. I haven't seen like Brett or Pat in forever. It is great to see you guys.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you as well.
Yeah, when I was living in California, this was easy to make, like with the time and everything. And then now that I'm in Chicago, the 2 hours, this is normally dinner time. Or if it's later, then it's like, oh, wait, we're in the middle of eating. Hold on. And by the time I get on, there's like 2 people and Mark's already signed off. And
Mhm.
How did you like the move to Chicago?
it's been good. Yeah, been out here about coming up on 5 years. And I'll tell you, it definitely helped with my cartooning, especially with the artist community out here is great, both in terms of indie and when there were shows. And it also helped with my real life obsession with mobsters. And so
I was
was
going to
able
say, it's considering your comic strip, it gives closer to the research, right?
Oh yeah, there's plenty to research, and there's definitely a market out here for people that like that stuff because they're like, oh, you've got Chicago stuff. Let's see it. So
And we've gone quiet. We were so chatty.
Isn't that
Really
by design?
Fandango earlier.
Well, we had
Go
a
ahead.
brand new person in Fandango yesterday. That always helps with conversation.
Okay.
What is that?
The tuba?
that's me. That's my my wife is practicing French horn in one of the
Brett,
other
you need to
bedrooms.
change your diet soon.
That was amazing.
I was hoping that by having headphones on and being across the apartment, it would help, but
It's coming in very lightly. I mean, I haven't found it distracting yet.
if anyone does, I'll mute myself and then.
Oh no, it adds to the experience.
Yeah, I'm sure that Stowe will be right in the middle of one of his wonderful commentaries, and we'll get a in the background.
Isn't that more of a trombone?
That's
thing?
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Clary, do you have any questions amongst all these creative minds?
I should tell you that it's getting on for 1 a.m. in
Oh,
the
no.
UK.
Oh my
And I
goodness.
just had so my brain is kind of capsizing. Normally I would have a lot of questions, but and I just had an interesting Zoom call with a Zen master in Australia. So I've just had my brain kind of twisted and tormented with Zen wisdom. So
Oh my.
yeah, so I have to apologize. I'm usually quite chatty.
Yeah.
But perhaps I can change my lifestyle, because we're in mad full-on lockdown in the UK, so I don't have to get up early anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of work my own schedule, so maybe I can just evolve to later and later, and then I'll be able to show up with questions. And
I've done that for when I'm planning to travel, and I can have to warn you that it gets to your head after a couple of weeks. One question, I have to say, that was the first time I ever heard earwig as a verb, and I'm curious, is that something to do with the old folktale about earwigs getting into your ear and into your brain, as in what we would say, pick your brain?
what, earwigging?
Yeah.
That might be me misusing English. I don't know. Words are slippy. I think of it as just eavesdropping on you guys, and I'm trying to be like a little sponge, and I'm absorbing all your wisdom. Yeah, and then suddenly there was silence. It was silent wisdom.
Yeah.
Well, you are then absorbing all of our wisdom.
No, I was curious because regional dialects is something that fascinates me, and even with the whole list of words with English, British English, and American English being two countries separated by a common language line, that was still one I hadn't heard before.
Well, I'll check it with friends. I'll let you know next time, Bill, if it exists. Yeah, I like a lot of American words too, and I use them, and I get pulled up on using them, especially using words like kvetch, which I guess is Yiddish kind of word. Because we Brits are famous for complaining. We're a real load of whiners. So I get bored of saying we whine too much. So I've started to go around going, we're kvetching, 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 kvetching. Which I nicked from you guys. At least the Jewish members of you guys.
Well, the New Yorkers anyway. No,
There's no New Yorkers on the call, is there?
Not that I'm aware of. No, I use that word very commonly as well.
But I'm from Texas, and you're totally welcome to borrow y'all or fixin' too. So feel free.
Oh, I like it. Nice.
My British husband says y'all now. So.
It's rather funny. I read this really...
Wait, does he say y'all with a British accent? Because that'd be amazing.
He does, and he tries to talk Texan, and here's his Texan. Shit, goddamn.
Interesting. I came across this really cool book about the history of English in 100 words, and he was one of the words he included was y'all, and one of the things he was pointing out, along with it being an example of second person plural, and there's other second person plural terms, like I'm from up where I'm from, New England, that's used. But one of the things that was surprising him when he was studying it is the number of times y'all is used in the singular.
Can you do that in a sentence for us, Bill?
Hmm?
You use it in a sentence in a singular way.
Where I can't think of an example, but essentially
Y'all can't think of an example of.
I can think of an example. The guy who wrote the book was talking about this time where he was on a business trip in the South, and the person at the counter in very nice way saying, "How y'all doing?" And he's looking around for the other person who's with him because it was just him.
Ah, okay, got it. Thank you. That's very helpful.
The very worst though, and I have totally embarrassed myself with this before, so I've said all y'all. That's the worst. And then I go, I are a writer.
All y'all is sort of like saying ATM machine, right? It's a little redundant.
Or pizza pie, for that matter.
Mm. All y'all. Nice.
Man, I say ATM machine all the time. I didn't realize.
That it was redundant.
Yup.
When I do graphic facilitations at corporations and they introduce me to the group, one of the things I do is I said, okay, I would like very much to destroy your corporate culture for at least for a day until I learn what all your acronyms are. Because you'll be saying, the CGI is available on the PDF for the NCW, but I need to know what the KAI is to get the VIMMP out. And I'm kind of going, okay, help me out here, people. I need your lexicon so that.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my best friends is he's a FBI analyst. The FBI is just chock full of shorthand words for stuff. And
What I found disturbing was I was in the hospital to have a device exchanged out. And in the prep room, there was a chart laminated to the side of all the operating terms for the various forms. They've said, okay, we've all come up with new phrases for these various terms for logging your paperwork and for the post-op and pre-op preps. Please don't get confused and learn these new words. And each word was like 8 syllables, you know. It was basically a sentence that's been compressed, like pre-op prep page on or something like that. And then the other one would be slightly different, like pre-op page in. And I'm kind of going, why don't you just say that it's the pre-operation with the patient in the room? But oh my God, it's just, I should have taken a photograph of it, but I'd already put my phone in the bag with all my other belongings, and I was wearing that stupid little, gown with the opening in the back.
I remember back in art school, when I was focusing in photography, there was a whole lot of darkroom slang, which I don't remember much of because I haven't, ever since Photoshop, I haven't even, in digital cameras, I haven't had to go near a darkroom. But the only slang word I remember, which is probably one of the slang words I made up on my own, was edible coffee. Edible toner.
is that coffee?
Yes. Very
Yeah,
bad.
I was
homemade
just
coffee.
teaching photography earlier, well, I guess later, earlier in the school year. And that's usually one of my first questions. Has anyone worked with film ever? Have you ever seen film? Film thing that exists. Kids don't know what film is.
I heard that Costco's going to stop having developing film.
I can believe it. I mean, I can't imagine the market is very It's like one of those things where if you're still working in film, you probably have your own dark room and all that stuff.
Well, I know that there's no longer any professional photo labs in Seattle, that the photographers have to send their film down to Portland.
I can believe it.
One of my friends is an architectural photographer, and what he's been one of his friends died and left him all of his camera equipment, and it was all this old film stuff.
Hmm.
And you would think that there wouldn't be any market for that at all, but there is in China. China, their film photography is very big in China. So he was able to sell, and it's in a fairly large demand because no one's making the machinery for it as much as they used to. So he was able to get the widow a fairly nice piece of I'm trying to
That's
find.
not at all what I thought would.
Yeah, my friend Joe, he tried to remain in film as long as possible without going digital. And he just found that he wasn't getting the work.
Oh, I believe it.
The National Cartoonist Society is opening up for awards. And you do not need to be a member of the National Cartoonist Society to nominate yourself for a category, and to either nominate someone or yourself for a category, and there's no fees involved. And there's a variety of categories, everything from working in advertising to book, gag, strip, editorial.
Can you post the link?
Let me see if I can find that.
Y'all know how long it normally takes them to approve membership? Anybody?
Well, Mark's the one to ask. And
Oh, I can tell already this is going to be another one of those Pokemon that says super cute. And people are going to give me a bunch of grief about my definition of what cute is.
oh dear.
Well, what's your definition?
Anything that can give his son, make his son
Nauseated?
No, I don't try to
Embarrassed?
do it. I don't
Sorry,
try
I'm
to.
late.
Is that you, Zimmer? Oh, there we go.
Classes are going together on me. trying to fix this. There we go.
Can you quickly tell everybody your name and where in the country you are and what you're working on tonight?
My name is Jennifer Lamphere, and I'm from Lansing, Michigan. And I'm working on some other doodles and sketches from probably the class before I just did, because we didn't have enough time to finish.
Okay, you guys tell me. Cute or disturbing? Wait,
Your
can you-
brushes are
oh, no,
covering
wait, I have
everything.
the- Yeah, I saw that.
A little both.
What's the name of that one?
Corsola.
I don't think that's one I've come across.
It is apparently a coral.
I was going to say that. That are arteries.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, this is such a joyful project I'm working on with my son.
I look forward to your drawings. They come up in my feed because I've liked a couple, so I really enjoy seeing them.
Oh, I love hearing that. That's great. They're a wonderful little warm-up exercise every day.
Okay, I managed to post the correct link. The deadline for entries is Friday, the 22nd.
Of February?
They must have extended out the deadlines, or hang on. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. The deadlines was January 22nd, so that they've all closed down. I'm sorry. I was telling this.
Well,
The categories you could have applied for would be
sure, yeah.
newspaper panel, newspaper strip, gag cartoon, editorial cartoon, variety entertainment, which a lot of yours would have fit that category, Stowe. Greeting cards, graphic novels, comic books, book illustration, magazine newspaper illustration, advertising production illustration, online comics, the long form, online comics short form, animation feature, animation television, and animation online.
Dang.
So there were lots of categories to be had. And all you had to do was just provide your name, what division you were entering, your email, short file, sample the work, and upload the proof of where that publication occurred.
If only we knew about this last week.
I entered for the first time this year. So
Hey, congratulations.
I'm a little, I mean, I don't expect anything to come of it, but it was exciting just to enter. So, yeah.
There's a book illustration, some book illustrations I'm really looking forward to entering. And I couldn't enter this year because the book was it still hasn't been published yet. But it's, as soon as I'll definitely be entering them for 2020.
Wait, which book? Which book are you doing artwork
That's
for?
the one with the horror monster.
And the title of the book is Surviving the Horror of Online Meetings.
Mm.
And
that's great.
I can show one or two of the illustrations. Well, actually, no, I can't because we're recording. But I will be showing those off really soon. Basically, I was able to draw some old movie monsters in black and white in funny little scenes with characters. And it was just so fun to do.
Yeah, that sounds right up your alley. Where'd you get that gig?
Through a person I knew named, I'm a member of another organization called the International Forum of Visual Practitioners. And I met him through that group because we were both members, and we've been going to the conventions. And he's just been looking for an excuse to use me on my project.
Well, that's fantastic. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that's what kept me busy up through November. And then that and doing all those cat portraits.
Oh, yeah.
So many cat portraits.
So many.
I did not expect that project to go that direction. You do one cat. I mean, my intent was to just draw.
People who love their cats, those are dedicated people. I hate my cats. I would never, ever want artwork of my cats.
So my intent was just to draw more cartoon cats and have fun with shapes of cats in cartoon format. But the first cat drawing I did was I thought, oh, I want to draw a picture of my cat I was growing up with to share with my family. So I drew a Siamese cat. And then my friend, John, saw that posting and he says, hey, why don't you do a drawing of my late cat Tux? So I did one really fast to placate him using this old style I used to do back in college that was fairly fast.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And I posted that up. And the next day I woke up to 100 requests on that feed saying, please draw my cat.
Talking about cats.
And so yeah, turned out to be a source of revenue just before Christmas, right when I needed it.
We're talking about cats.
Oh, there's yours.
That's one of them. Hold on. I don't own cats. These are just from looking at books.
Oh, lovely.
I got one more cartoonish cat.
He's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more cartoonish than he's a real cat.
I had some luck sketching some very big cats the other day.
Oh, whoa.
Let me guess, one of your zoo trips?
Yep. This was the same zoo trip that I got the great gorilla sketch from. So these ones I'm not.
They're my big cat.
I'm going to briefly do a screen share of my Instagram account to show off a couple of my cats. I know most of you have already seen these.
This is my favorite one I did. The cat with the urn.
Oh, that's cute.
It's great.
Trying to get enough of them done so I can post them and whatever, do a website. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, thanks. And
Wow.
Wow.
Very graphic. I like them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful,
cool.
beautiful.
oh,
Did people, Mark, did people send you photographs and then you kind of digitally worked them?
Yeah, that's right. They sent me the photographs and I just worked from there. They,
in Procreate?
Yep, that's what I was doing. I did all these
Wow.
were done inside Procreate.
They're gorgeous. I bet they were really happy.
Yeah, well, some of them, nearly all of them were very happy. And some of these,
Nearly.
well, there's this one orange kitten. I could not draw this orange kitten to save my life. Most of these I did fairly quickly. And man, I love anyone who sent me a black and white photograph. Or pardon me, a black and white cat. They kind of got prioritized because they were really easy to draw. Black cats are even better to draw.
Wow.
And I also prioritized the people that had really interesting pictures of cats. And then you start getting into a bidding contest. No, you gotta do my cat next. And now, I wasn't sure if the client would like this one, but he really liked it. This is Corey McCorrick's cat. And you can't, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a light off shade black on here.
Yeah, you can see it. Oh, that's fun. They've all got personalities, huh?
Yeah. So this was one of the last commissions that got sent in, and they wanted to be bumped in line, so they added a few extra dollars. Make sure I could get it done before Christmas. And then what I did was, I would send them a print of their cat. Nice, something really nice. And then I put these all up on Redbubble, and I was amazed how many people bought their cat on a cup or on a mug or on stickers or pins. They went nuts.
Oh.
So I think I made about $500 just off Redbubble.
Wow.
Well, speaking of that, I was meaning to tell you, my Redbubble sales are beginning to pick up. I'm up to $7 now.
What's the hot seller, Bill? Is it the gorilla?
The gorilla sleeping in roses, yes.
Oh, and roses. I thought it would be the other gorilla, but it's the one in the roses. Nice.
Yeah. And then quite a few for my watercolors. The one for Monhegan Island is doing quite well.
I'm looking for the cat that sold the most. Let me see. It was one of the first ones I showed you. A black cat lounging up against, I think, a blue background. So this is the one that sold the most. And the next one that sold the most after that was this one. This, everybody was asking for this on everything, so that was a lot of fun. I went ahead and got magnets made of this one so that people could just stick it in the fridge any which way. So.
Cats that I did a dog portrait for my friend's puppy.
Oh, nice.
Really nice.
I love Procreate.
I'm going to do a quick screen grab. Will everyone just wave at the camera? Thank you.
I'm going to get going so I can start the
Oh,
other
that's
events.
right. I'm sorry, everybody. We have to sign off early because we're going and meeting up at 5:30 for a fireside chat with the Graphic Artists Guild. I want to thank everybody for joining me this week for Epic Sketch Time, and I'll see you next week at same place, same time. Sorry, Clary.
Thank you, Mark. I had fun.
Bye, Brett. Bye, Pat. Bye, Jamie. Bye, Katie.
Bye-bye.